I'm about to approach 1 million views on YouTube. This marks now a significant change, but also a milestone for me in about 10 years of content production. I began writing essays in school, then I published some of these essays and I began to write more of these, publishing them onto blogs, and eventually realizing I need to convert them into videos. And eventually realizing maybe I can just make the videos without writing the blogs before. Maybe technology will one day catch up and I can then maybe generate the transcripts automatically. And maybe even put it back into a blog form. But I use the primary way of producing these videos in video form. And then basically the other thing is a other distribution channel, which then is created from the videos itself. A ridiculous idea, but of course now it's true. I make a YouTube video, I can take the transcript, and ta-da, I have a blog article. And I can even say, okay, this blog article is fine, but change this and this, and then ChatGPT generates it. It's a giant bet that has been years in the making, and now it's finally working. And what also now is finally working is that people begin to actually watch my videos. In late 2021, I began to post videos to TikTok, and these also had similar traffic compared to the videos I make now for YouTube. But before, the blog posts obviously were read by nobody. I mean, how much do I read in a week? Almost nothing. So if somebody like me is not even interested in the things that somebody like me would write, then who would I be writing for? So why do I now get views on YouTube, whereas before I didn't? There are a couple of changes, and all of these are not singular changes, but accumulated they now have an effect. The first one is that YouTube now has Shorts, which was not true a few years ago. A few years ago, I think they tested it in India. Facebook also tested Shorts in India, but this was like 2020, 2021. TikTok basically was the king of short content, and then Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube began to copy-paste the feature into their platforms. But until this day, YouTube hasn't fully implemented the TikTok thing. On TikTok, I sometimes could post 10 videos, and all of these would get some views. On YouTube, it seems that about every 24 hours, the algorithm resets for 3 shorts. If I post more than 3 shorts, then these rarely get even 1 view. And that's ridiculous. Why can I not just post and YouTube distributes accordingly? I just post and record in real time anyway. So basically, after recording this, I immediately post it, which also means that I can adhere to this standard I created, which is that all of my videos are basically timestamped in real time. I can go back and see what I did that day. I can go back 1 year. I can go back to, let's say, March this year, and I can see the videos I made on this day. Of course, I would have to search through all of the channels I have, but it's a proof of work. This is my output, and you can see it because it's live. This, I think, is a ridiculous choice architecture, which I created. Another change is that YouTube recently changed how it counts views. TikTok, Facebook, as well as Instagram, counted views as soon as a video began to play. But YouTube had the views from the normal videos, which is a couple of seconds in